I saw it on TikTok. They were like, they talk about pretty privilege, but they don't talk about pretty punishment. There's been so many times I've just been counted out, and I know that it's behind animosity. I know it's because of a hidden agenda, but it makes me work harder. But this has happened like my whole life. So it's like what I deal with in the industry is just, different face, same case.
I really wish Saweetie would stop rapping, man. Let that shit go, bro. Let it go. I'm so tired. Let that shit go. Damn. You could be a model. She can go into so many different directions. Leave that motherfucking booth alone. Stay out the yo. Damn.
I feel really bad for Madison Beer because like you're this close to breaking it big, but for some reason you just can't crack it, Like you have all these songs charting all over the world. You have all these songs with over 100 million streams. You have over 30 million followers. Literally, you have the following of somebody who's a hit maker, but for some reason in your own country, you're just not taking off yet. You have the following of somebody who is a big star, and I really feel like the big issue is honestly the branding for Madison Beer, because what is her branding? I'm not sure. I don't know, she's an Instagram influencer. And I am saying this as somebody who does like to listen to Madison Beer songs. I think she has some really great songs. I think she has the potential to really make it big. But if things aren't clicking and things aren't clicking, girl, it almost really suck saying that you are going to release an album knowing that people do listen to your music and you got so much hate for it for basically no reason. But a lot of the comments weren't necessarily wrong what they were saying. They just weren't super nice. Before that album comes out, let's make sure that everything is, in check. Songs are in check 10 out of 10. Make sure the concept is 10 out of 10. Let's make sure about that branding. That branding is going to take you a lot farther than you think, girl. I think at this point, she needs to do a whole kind of, como se dice, like rebrand at this point. You're pretty, you can sing, show us something different. Maybe try dancing. I don't know if she's a dancing kind of girl. I don't really think of her as a dancing kind of girl. Maybe add in a few boom cats, a little 1 2 1 2, Maybe debut a different hair color. Show them that you're really in it to win it. I feel like with Addison Rae coming out recently, like making music, I feel like that was like, whoa, she's hungry for this, right? And I want to see the same thing from Madison. And I know Madison's hungry. I feel like she's hungry but confused. I've said this before. I feel like one of the biggest reasons as to why she's kind of not taking off yet is because what she wants to sing versus what people want to hear is completely different. With the way that girl looks, the way people see her, they're going to see her as an upbeat pop girl. She don't really want to be the upbeat pop girl. From listening to her last album, I can tell you she wants to make those slow ballad songs,
So recently on Twitter, Normani had clapped back at a hater, and they said, what is Normani doing with her career? And she said, real question, what career do you have? Now, this ain't the first time Normani has clapped back at haters. So the fact that she's getting so much hate now, let me show y'all. I'm gonna put this up. If you want to read this whole exchange, go ahead. But the thing that got me was this tweet. I don't know why this girl thinks she's Beyonce. Laughed my ass off. It's so embarrassing. Another one. Girl, you got 1 good year left and you're done.
The Barbie analogy. Let's see how being pretty leads to control and entitlement. In this video, I'll be touching on how it plays a part in Saweetie's career, Madison Beer's career, and Normani's. And I'll also be showing you guys how it can show up in your life. And I'll also be giving you tips on how you can combat it. So let's get into it. Hello, my pretty bitches. Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, I'm Sapphire Love. Hope you guys have been refining yourselves. I know I have been. So let's talk about Saweetie, okay? I want to talk about Saweetie and Madison Beer and Normani. And recently I was thinking about the Barbie analogy. I don't know if anyone else has posted about the Barbie analogy, okay? So you heard it here first. And I have to say that on social media, because online people can copy you, or sometimes they may not even know that it came from you. So you have to say it first, okay? Big yourself up. Empower yourself. So I made a video on my TikTok about Saweetie, and I do have a change of mind, okay? Because I feel like I was just saying anything, but not really. I wasn't just saying anything. I was defending her because I do have a soft spot for pretty girls, obviously. I have a soft spot for people that get bullied. I have a soft spot for people that get dogpiled on, for the villain. I always have a soft spot for them. And another thing is, even though what Saweetie said is true, pretty punishment, which I do still believe that she does face pretty punishment, she's not the most talented artist. But I was looking more deeper into it. I was like, I know she's not the most talented artist, okay? You guys came for her in my comments on TikTok. You're like, she's trash. This guy sucks. You know, the guy from SpongeBob is like, oh, brother, you suck.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Someone left a comment about that for Saweetie, and I was like, I agree. She's not the most talented artist, but Saweetie definitely gets pretty punishment, and you guys are proving her right. I'm going to insert the video that I made, okay? Okay, but you guys are proving Saweetie right with the whole pretty punishment thing. Like, you guys saying, oh my God, just stick to modeling, stop the music, da da da. That's literally what she's talking about. That is the pretty punishment. And I can only imagine what she receives behind the scene, like in the industry, if this is how people talk about her. Guys, I literally mentioned this in one of my old videos, When You're Pretty. I literally said every time Saweetie opens her mouth and says something or does something, you guys blow it out of proportion. I don't care what people say. People have a problem with people that mind their business. Look at Saweetie. Saweetie does nothing but mind her business, look cute, and people hate her. The girl can't even post without hate in the comments. And I have to think to myself, what did this girl do? Nothing. She didn't do anything. But there's this aggression. Oh my God, like, you should be on this level. So we can't do no wrong. Like, pretty women, we can't do no wrong, okay? Like, it's like you have to be perfect. God damn. Look, I'm not saying she's the most talented person. All I'm saying is you guys also allow a lot of other artists that aren't talented to do well. There's artists that their music isn't substantial. They're not lyrical geniuses. Yes, I do believe Saweetie when she says behind the scenes, she's faced microaggressions for being pretty. I have a feeling, right? Because Saweetie is not the type of girl that's always involved in drama. You're a pretty girl that you just mind your business. People don't like you. That's what it is. Like, they want her to, if Saweetie was in more drama, people will be listening to her music because it's like, oh, we can relate to her. She's too unrelatable for the masses because she's a pretty girl, not involved in drama. Like, her music is more fun. It's not like trick, trick, trick on this ass, pop, 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 a pussy from the hood because you know it's good. Like, it's not that type of music. Like, she obviously doesn't want to model. That's not what she wants to do. Why are you telling her what to do? Oh, because she's pretty? If she was ugly, I just don't feel like you guys would attack her as much. And I also believe it's because Saweetie doesn't want to sell out. So when you're a pretty girl and you don't want to sell out, you don't want to be popping your pussy, you don't want to be twerking in all your videos, ass jiggling on the stage, it's like, oh, no. You have to be popping that pussy. So yes, I do believe because of that and because of her beauty, they do give her microaggressions and she's not as further in her career as she should be. So there's this aggression that Saweetie has been getting from the start of her career. From the time she came out, people tried to control her. Now, my thing with Saweetie is I feel like it's deeper than what it is. I feel like it's even her record label. See, when Saweetie first came out, I don't know what's going on with my eyeliner. When Saweetie first came out, she was like the chill girl.
I did 2 years in Diego and did 3 at USC. That's a beauty, that's a beast. I bet her brain is so OD.
Vibe, like I remember her song Focus, all these type of things. You know the industry doesn't like that. Especially when you're a pretty girl, they want to profit from you. So I genuinely believe that they changed her style. I even think they told her to get her body done. Honestly, I believe they said if you want to make the most money as a female rapper in this industry, you have to get your body done, okay? These are just all my assumptions, okay, because I'm clear cognizant, so this is just my knowing. Think about it. We all know the industry is sleazy, and Saweetie said this herself. She said that's one thing she learned in this industry, that it's sleazy.
One thing that you learned about the industry before you got in it?
First of all, I like your mic.
Oh, I appreciate you.
You're very professional.
Appreciate you.
One thing that I did not know is very shiesty. But stay light, stay prayed up, and you'll be all right.
That's love, that's love.
We all know Saweetie hasn't even released an album yet because her label knows she's not gonna sell. They know that's the best way for her to get money. Saweetie doing the chill vibe, you're not gonna buy her music. Why are you guys lying? You guys are not gonna buy her music. Like, you're not gonna buy it. Oh, before we get into this video, please do me a favor by liking this video. That way we can help grow the community and bring more people in, bring more pretty goddesses, pretty bitches. Make sure to comment down below and also subscribe. It's free. Join the Gem community. So yeah, let's start with Saweetie. So people constantly try to control her with the type of music that she releases because she's too pretty and too glamorous. You'll hear people say, oh, she's not lyrical enough. She should just go back to modeling. Or worse, she should quit. Think about that for a second. The moment she doesn't fit the expectations of a rapper Barbie, people start to try to push her out of the box entirely. But what if she just wants to make music for fun? Why is it hard to let people enjoy their own lane? The way people clown her is actually harsher than what a lot of other rappers go through. Male rappers drop mid-songs all the time. Nobody tells them to quit. But with Saweetie, the standard is higher simply because she's the Barbie. Barbie analogy. And that's the thing about pretty punishment. When you're conventionally beautiful and the world puts you on a pedestal, but that pedestal is shaky. That pedestal is not secure. That pedestal can fall, and the fall will be brutal. Okay? And they will lack empathy for you. The same pedestal they put you on, by the way. Let's talk about Madison Beer. Madison Beer is one of those girls who's so conventionally beautiful that people almost resent her for it, and they did. Do you guys remember when Madison Beer literally got bullied for something that she didn't even do, and every single thing she did in the news outlet, like, you guys literally hated her for? I might even have to make another separate video just to touch on Madison Beer. If any Vedic astrology girlies are in the chat right now or in the club, Madison Beer has a Rahini moon. I'm a Rahini sun, and Normani is also a Rahini. And I'm just seeing all these themes of jealousy when it comes to Rahini, and even Saweetie the Jaisha. And Jaisha also attracted all the jealousy as well. So, and I just literally got this now. Like, I didn't even plan to put them here. So, like, they're right. They do face jealousy. I believe them. Anyways, this is not about astrology, so let's move on. So people are constantly trying to humble Madison Beer. Like, she has literally said in interviews that people keep telling her what kind of music to make, like she doesn't know her own artistry. They know who they are, by the way.
Like, I get it, and I understand the whole, like, branding of it all, but for me, the music speaks for itself, and I like my hair a certain way, I like my makeup a certain way, I like things the way I like them, and I want to be someone that hopefully people out there can, you know, people who actually know me. I know the general public, like, doesn't view me in this light, but, like, you guys who really do know me, I hope you guys can look at me and be like, she always was just like her. And, you know, even stuff like this, like, I've seen people online be like, she needs to stop with the, like, live streams and the this and the that, and I'm like, no, this is just who I am. And I feel like this is why I feel this closeness to you guys. And if I never break out, you know, and have a #1 song, honestly, I'm glad I did things my way. And again, like, I do believe that I will, hopefully, with this album. And I think that these songs are just amazing in my eyes. And so I'm just kind of like, you know, that is what it is. And yeah, I feel like that's kind of how I think about it, is I'm just like, if a rebrand is what it would take, then I don't know if I'm all that interested, to be honest. I'm really interested in making music that feels like me, making videos that feel like me, touring in a way that feels like me, and I feel like that's why, and I'm sure a lot of artists feel this way, but I feel like that's why my relationship with you guys feels so different than a lot of other fan bases, potentially. Like, I just feel like there's this true closeness that we have, and I am who I am, and I definitely and a rebrand, nothing's wrong with it, by the way. Slay to everyone who does it. It just didn't feel authentic to me, like, personally. I was just like, I just am who I am, truth be told. And anything that I felt like it just would feel not genuine coming from me. And I want everything that I do to feel really genuine. And I'm so excited for you guys to hear, like, all the songs that I have coming.
By the way, let me remind you, you telling these artists, dude, they know who they are. You can't tell people what to do. They don't want to do it, obviously. But you feel like you have control over the pretty woman. You feel like you should tell her what to do. Because if she wasn't pretty, people would not be telling her what to do. They wouldn't. Do this type of pop. Do that type of mainstream. And when she pushes back, she gets punished. And that's the Barbie analogy, the Barbie effect. Barbie isn't allowed to experiment. Barbie isn't allowed to be alternative or edgy or vulnerable. She has to stay within what you think a Barbie should be, what they should be. And that's wild. Because with Madison, the goalposts always move. If she succeeds, People say, well, it's only because she's pretty. If she struggles, then they say, see, she's overrated. See, you're not talented enough. See, it's all your fault. See, you need to do something better. Either way, she loses. And then there's Normani.
And that shit like you skating, baby. And hold up, I'm that shit I hate waiting. Shoot your shot, I'm impatient.
With Normani, the expectations are heavy. Expectations with Normani are heavier because she's a pretty dark-skinned woman, and most of these expectations are coming from her own people. It's sad. It's so sad. Like, she's not a human being. The girl's not a machine, you know. Oh, no, I forgot, we're machines. People wanted her to be Beyonce 2.0, to carry pop, to carry R&B, dance, sing, outperform everyone, and also be the perfect representation for a Black woman. The pedestal they put Normani on was sky high, but when she didn't drop music at the exact timeline people wanted, now she's lazy. Now she's unmotivated. Now she's not working hard enough. And yes, I do understand Normani kept saying soon. Babe, you don't know what's happening in her life. Why are you getting so angry for?
Let me say this, I gotta get this off my chest. The way that Black gay men are being critical of Normani needs to be studied. The way y'all are waiting and anticipating on her failure, like, it is clear misogynoir. Like, anti-Blackness, sexism, all of that. And I honestly, truly believe that y'all don't think because y'all are gay men that y'all can be sexist. And it is jumping out. Like, there's a way to be critical and say, hey, you know, this wasn't for me, da-da-da. But the way y'all get pleasure out of seeing Normani being criticized and people agreeing with you about her album so-called flopping and whatever, it's like, what joy are you getting out of this? Like, is this more about you being critical or dissecting what is going on? Or is this more you getting clicks and views off of stepping on a dark-skinned Black woman? And the reasons why it is pissing me off is because we already do not have that many dark-skinned female artists in the game who are like getting recognition. And the ones who do, the ones who are on it, y'all find every little thing to like pick apart. And what pisses me off is that same energy is not applied across the board. Like, you got other girls who can get on the stage and learn how to dance while performing in front of thousands of people. Like, you got other girls who don't even get these type of opportunities, and they've been 2-3 years doing this. And when they do get on the stage and eat it up, then folks like, oh my gosh, like, y'all do not allow them to make any mistakes. And I'm wondering why that is. I already know what it is, but y'all want to believe because y'all are gay that when y'all get and do your YouTube videos and your TikTok videos and your Twitter dissections or whatever, like, oh, I'm just being, just being honest and that. Y'all not being honest. Y'all are not being honest. Y'all know how the industry does, like, dark-skinned girls. Like, if you were more aware, like y'all claim to be, and understanding of labels in the industry and how to market, you will understand that the dark-skinned girls are under another set of rules that the other girls do not have to follow. And then y'all be overly critical of them. Like, I don't get it. And I'm not saying that Normani is not doing well or whatever. Like, I haven't listened to the album, but the way y'all are talking about it, the way y'all are dissecting in such a like nasty way, if y'all are not interested, why are y'all talking about it? I haven't listened to the album. I'm not as interested in it because I just haven't been listening to new music like that. But I'm not getting on here dragging and talking about the promotion and all the other stuff. Just not interested right now in the album. That doesn't mean that I get on and drag it and talk about it. Y'all are not interested. Y'all saying y'all even more not interested in her. But yet y'all following each and everything that she does that y'all don't like. And then y'all would chalk it up to, oh, well, I'm just being honest about it. No, you're not. Because if you were honest, you would be checking your misogynoir at the door. And some of y'all probably don't even know what that even fucking means, to be honest.
Yo, I don't get Normani at all. Like, her debut album, Dopamine, was literally so fucking good. The girl doesn't drop not one music video for the album, right? She releases the album, then she goes missing. Then she pops back out engaged. Still nothing about the album. The album turns 1. She does nothing, right? Not even a vinyl. Okay. But she's on stage reuniting with Fifth Harmony at a Jonas Brothers like, I just want to know, like, what we going, like, what does she want out of life? What does she want out of life? Because I'm just confused. I'm confused. Does she want to be, she doesn't want to be a singer? Like, does she, I don't know. Like, what, like, that's what I'm saying. I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, you can't release a song like All Yours and then pay your dust. Like, no shade, she could have given that shit to me. Like, I would do it right. I'm all yours. The bed is the floor. Like, she should have gave that shit to me. And I would have did it right. Because what the, like, I just don't get her. Like, what do you mean? You're like Normani. You're Normani.
Y'all need to stop being so mean to Normani. This is why. Do y'all remember when Normani back in like 2018 had like first started doing her own solo project? She had that huge song with Sam Smith. She had that huge song Waves. She had Wild Side with Cardi B come out the next year, 2019. She had what was the Motivation? She had Motivation. She had like a lot of actual like hype surrounding her, and I feel like her label fumbled that hype that was building around her, and like them taking so long to promote and even like release her debut album and like not giving her any budget for music videos or anything like that dwindled her passion for it. I think all of us saw how hungry Normani was for it, especially when she first started out, like in doing her solo stuff. I think we all saw how hungry she was for it and how passionate she was to really make her mark. And she was putting so much love and heart into everything that she was doing just for her label to turn around and kind of diss her for a couple years and completely just not, like, put her on the back burner, not give her any budget or anything like that. That's going to dwindle anyone's self-esteem. That's going to make anyone feel like, what am I even doing this for? So, like, I don't blame her at all for basically at this point barely having any desire to do anything but Fifth Harmony stuff, because every time that she was going into her solo stuff, she didn't have a team backing her that actually cared about making her shine and making her be the best that she could be and letting her capitalize off of her moment. Like, they prevented that. They stunted that. So when people are being really mean to Normani online and basically saying, oh, she was flopping solo, so that's why she's back with Fifth Harmony, and like dragging her for not promoting her album, taking so long to even release the debut album and not having a music video for it or anything like that, that's not her fault. She doesn't delegate where those funds go to. She's not the head of the label. She's not the A&R. She's not the person who's actually at the label making sure that everything is like being planned properly. That's not her responsibility. That's not her job. So like, people of course are gonna get mad at her and look at her sideways because she's the artist, she's the face of it, right? But think about the people behind the scenes and the fact that she always seemed very hungry and eager to put herself out there. She wouldn't do that on purpose. She would not be like hiding out like this on purpose and not like doing any type of solo content. In fact, I even theorize that she's not even allowed to do solo content right now. I theorize that the only thing she's really allowed to pursue are Fifth Harmony things right now, because of the fact that doing solo things, she would need permission from her label, and I think that they're at odds right now. If I'm being completely honest, I think they've been at odds for years. And I think that's why Normani hasn't had the success that we've all hoped that she would have had by now, because of the fact that her label has been holding her back.
Just say you want to be her. Just say you want to be her. Why are you getting angry? Some of you guys are acting like you're going to do the job better than her. Relax. All of a sudden, she's Beyonce 2.0. Not all of a sudden, she's a lazy bitch. What? Do you see the pattern with Saweetie, Madison, and Normani? The public doesn't just want music. They want control. They want these women to act like dolls so they can pose and dress and act out the script that you, not my gems, okay, but society, these people that have so much to say about them, you're obviously not a fan of their music. Because if you were a fan of their music, you would have empathy, you would have understanding. Please respect the artistry and respect the artist. So these people have so much mouth for Normani, mouth for Madison Beer, mouth for Saweetie. These people haven't even bought an EP. These people have not even went on iTunes to buy an EP. It's just control because you're the pretty person. So now you stand out. So now people think they can say anything about you. People that aren't even fans about you. The people that are talking about Saweetie aren't even fans about Saweetie. There's people out there that you listen to fucking Sexy Red. You listen to Sexy Red and you have an opinion on Saweetie. Saweetie is not your genre. You are never going to listen to her. So why do you have an opinion? Oh, you have an opinion because you feel like it's okay to knock people while they're down. You feel like it's okay to knock the beautiful woman while they're down because society says it's okay. Because that's what society already does to us. That's why I said I feel like I have a soft spot when I see pretty women get beat down. I feel like I have to say something. I have to be that voice. Because who else is going to do it? Who else? And a lot of pretty women are people pleasers because we've been trained to. Even me, I'm a recovering people pleaser. That's why I have my book, How to Be a Bitch. Because they want you to be docile and they want you to be pleasant. Because they don't like it when we speak up. But it's okay for them to bully us. Let's dive into the psychology of the Barbie analogy and pretty women, attractive women, and control. So let's break down this psychology because I want you guys to see this isn't just vibes, but it's studied. The Halo Effect by Nisbet and Wilson, 1977, says pretty people are assumed to be smarter, kinder, and more capable. But when they don't live up to these inflated expectations, the backlash is even harsher than the fall from the pedestal. That's the fall from the pedestal. Then pretty privilege versus punishment. Studies show attractive women get more opportunities up front, but in male-dominated industries like music or business, not in female industries. But also, even in the male-dominated industries that they get opportunities, do you know studies show that we face the most criticism? And that's the most important thing, because while now you're in the industry, especially if it's something that you actually like, now it feels like hell to you because they keep criticizing everything you do. Beauty opens doors, but it paints a target on your back. Now, let's talk about the intra-women competition. And one of my lovely gems left a comment on my last video about this. So shout out to you. Intra-competition between women, intra-women competition. Okay, so this is the part people don't like to admit. Studies are showing competition among women, especially around beauty, is increasing. If you've ever been the pretty girl at a workplace or in school, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Other women can become some of your harshest critics. It's not always men controlling the Barbie. Sometimes it's other women policing her. And then the pedestal effect. When people idolize someone, they stop treating them as human. They project their own dreams and insecurities onto them. So when the idol doesn't deliver, it feels personal. That's where the aggression comes from. You literally feel like you've hurt them. This is not even in the workplace. This is even in friendship, female politics. Then let's dive into Barbie as a symbol. So Barbie dolls were designed as perfect, flawless body, flawless hair, flawless life. Psychologists say Barbie teaches perfection as static. So you don't grow, you don't change. That's exactly how society treats these women. You must stay perfect and predictable forever. You can't grow. Oh, Saweetie had to stay the chill girl forever. Saweetie had to stay the girl that just graduated college forever. Normani has to stay the dancer, the girl that was the best dancer from the girl group, the one that's gonna outshine everyone. Madison Beer, oh, you can't stay with this type of music. Like, we want you to be bigger than what you are. So we want you to do this type of music. So they want you to be predictable. They want you to be perfect and predictable. But what if you don't want to do that? What if you want to be unpredictable? Now, let's talk about the aggression factor. So, the aggression. Because it's not just constructive feedback, constructive criticism. It's bullying. It's bullying. You're dogpiling. It's constant mockery, okay? You're being harassing. You're harassing people. With Normani, you guys were harassing Normani. That's harassment. Why are people so aggressive? Because they don't see these women as people. They see them as avatars for their own insecurities. So you know us girls, how we used to play dolls, like on the computer, girly games. This is how they see you. They see you as a character. They see you as their own unmet dreams. They lack empathy. They treat Saweetie, Madison, and Normani like toys that failed them. And that's the core of Barbie analogy. Once you're chosen as the Barbie, you're not free anymore, you're owned. So let's get into the lessons and the takeaways for my lovely gems. So we can end this on a more positive note, okay? And so I can empower you guys and warn you in your life, okay? These tips. What do we learn from this? 1, if you're constantly telling women what they should do, you're not supporting them. But guess what it is? It's controlling. Pretty women recognize the double standards. You'll be punished for being both too much and not enough. I'll say that again. You'll be punished for being not enough and too much. But do not internalize it. Don't internalize this. It's not about you. It's about their own projections. And as a woman, we gotta stop projecting our insecurities onto each other. Inter-competition within women is real. So yeah, guys, that's the Barbie analogy. Beauty isn't freedom, it's a contract. Beauty is freedom once you let go of the control and you stop being a people pleaser and you speak your mind, even if the ugly people want to hate on you. So coming up to the end of the video. So let me just end it on a quick note. Once they pick you as the Barbie, they try to control your every move. And when you step outside of the box, the punishment is harsh. Let me know in the comments, guys, do you feel like society puts Barbies, aka pretty women, in a box? I already know the answer. Also, thank you guys for leaving and defending me and leaving comments on the last video. Honestly, love you guys so much. And honestly, I've seen some of you guys defending me in the comments on TikTok. Clock it. We're literally like, this is what we do. I defend you, you defend me, period. And if you're a pretty girl yourself, have you felt like people try to control you more than others? If you like this video, don't forget to like so we can grow the community. The algorithm will know I'm not a robot and it pushes it out to other people. Comment down below as well. I already said that. Also, subscribe. It's free. Join the Gem community. And if you'd like some more, the Patreon. Thank you so much for all the members. Aria, Jasmine, and Kalea. Yes. I remember your name. Thank you to the new people that have joined the Patreon. Don't join the Patreon if you're not into spirituality and if you're not like witchy, okay? If you're not into like goddess, divine goddessness, because the Patreon I changed, it's not pretty bitch club. This is pretty bitch club. The Patreon is pretty goddess club because we're it's a higher level. You know, we're learning. So yeah, sign up. It's only, I think it's like $9.99. I raised the price a little bit because it was in dollars, currencies in pounds. So I had to try that. But I only get like £8 from each sign up anyway. So catch up on all the work that I put at the bottom and yeah, just catch up, right? And make sure you have a separate journal for the Patreon so you can be organized and keep on top of things, because in spirituality, it's a lot of information, okay? What else? Instagram is down below. I'm going to be posting my Instagram. I'm growing it, especially when my business relaunches. Like, I'm going to be posting more pretty and charmed things there. And even speaking of pretty and charmed, put your email in so you're first to know when we're released, okay? Because limited products. And all my links are down below. Thank you guys for watching. I love you so much. Who's the gem of the week today? Who's the gem of the week today? Gem of the week. The gem of the week. Hold on before we go. The gem of the week is Siren Scales. Siren_Scales. Girl, why I picked Siren Scales is because Siren Scales, you've been rocking with me for a minute now. And I love how you always comment, even on the community post. And Siren Scales is also like, she's like a siren. As you can see from the name, she's a spiritual girly. She's into her glamour magic, her affirmations. That when I ask questions on my post, sometimes I don't like talking to myself, guys. I'm a Gemini. Talk back. So she's always there. And I just always see her in the comments and she's always supportive. So all the girls that sign up to the Patreon, you guys are also gem of the week. So yes, Siren_Scales. And you also inspired me to start talking more about glamour magic, which I'm going to do. But I just have to push out some of these videos lined up. Okay, guys, so that's the end for me. Everyone say shout out to Siren Scales down in the comments. And yeah, love you. See you in the next one.